Hey everyone, it's Kim. Yes, I'm back again, going for a nice walk. There's some noise. I got up early and I'm in a different woods I haven't been in a long time. I wonder if that's a path. So I really like this walk. This is a really nice walk. I got up early, hoping to have some alone time. But there's all kinds of noise. I don't know what's going on. So if you hear like truck noises, I apologize for that. I wanted to do a video about signs and synchronicities. And I know I have several videos about signs and synchronicities, but it's been so relevant in my life right now. And, when things pop up, I feel like I need to share them. I want to share it. So, signs and synchronicities. I'll put the links below on my other videos that I have about this topic as well. But this one I wanted to focus on. How do we receive signs and synchronicities in our life? How do we welcome it? How do we, become more aware of these signs and synchronicities that occur? Now, I'd like to say that I think that the signs and synchronicities happen whether we notice them or not. I think that they're there. It's just we're not always awake to it or aware of it, or we're too busy in our daily lives to notice it. And sometimes when we don't notice, like a sign, for example, we'll have a whole series of synchronicities until it just hits us, on the side of the face, like, hello, wake up, I'm trying to tell you something. And then that's a whole series of synchronicities, right? You can have just one sign, like an aha moment of some kind, or you can have a whole series of synchronicities that lead you down some kind of path. And I've had both happen. So basically what you need to do is just ask, ask the universe. I need some kind of sign, and give a reason, for what? A sign for what? Like, should I take that new job? Should I buy that house? Should I start this relationship? Whatever that might be. Ask for a sign. Ask for some kind of message. And you can, if you want to, even ask for a specific way in which to receive that. So, do you want to see this sign? Do you want to hear it? Do you want to feel it? Be very specific. Now, also be open to the probability that you won't receive that sign in the way that you're necessarily asking, because I know that the universe sometimes wants to just do its thing the way it wants to do it. So be open to receiving the signs and synchronicities in various ways. That's really what you're doing, is you're asking. Do it during a time when you're relaxed and either in a meditative state, or when you just wake up in the morning, or when you go to bed at night. Ask to have these kinds of signs. And you could be specific if you want. You can say, I want to see butterflies when I go hiking today, or whatever. You can be specific in any way that you see fit. You want to also put out there that you want the sign to be clear enough for you to notice that it's a sign. Something that's going to really make it stand out for you. So just seeing butterflies while you're hiking, well, the odds of you seeing butterflies while you're hiking are probably pretty good, depending on the time of year that you're out. So it may not necessarily be a sign for you. But if there's a series of synchronicities that go along with that, right? And that's one way in which I determine if it's just a natural occurrence or if it's something meant for me, is I look for a whole series of synchronicities, usually occurring within a similar time frame. And let me give you an example. And this is what led me to do this video this morning, is that the morning that my father passed, I had to stop at the gas station because I was literally on E. And because of that, I was not at my father's bedside when he passed. I was getting gas. And my brother texted me and said, hurry up. But by the time I got there, he had already passed. I've made peace with that. I understand, He probably didn't want me there, or I wasn't supposed to be there, whatever. But I hadn't had to get gas until was it Wednesday? Yeah, a couple days ago. I went to the same gas station. I was actually a little sad, and I felt kind of weird. I'm like, oh, this is my first time being here since my father passed. And just as I was turning the car off, I heard a song about fishing. I didn't hear the whole song. It was like, out of the corner of your eye. Well, this was like out of the corner of my ear. I just heard something about fishing as I was shutting the car off. And when I turned the car back on, the song Landslide was on. And that's a song that I covered. I did a cover version of, and I wanted to play it for my father because I wanted him to hear me sing on a soul level. But I never got around to playing the song for him. And so when that came on, I was like, oh, Dad, you heard my song. You heard me sing. And if that wasn't enough, see, this is the thing, is just to clarify it, just to make sure that it wasn't coincidence. The very next song, as I changed the radio station, was a song about a father who adopted a little girl, and he said something like, I adopted you, and you changed my life, that kind of thing. I never heard this song before, and that's just crazy because I'm adopted. So those three songs at the gas station, because I felt guilty about going to the gas station and missing my father's passing, it was just too synchronistic to say anything otherwise. I mean, it was definitely a sign, a series of synchronicities to let me know that all is okay and my father is with me and he heard me sing and all that. So when you're asking for your signs and when you're looking for them, keep that in mind, that you might be looking for a series of synchronicities. And sometimes it requires you to take action, so don't be afraid to take action. So if you get some kind of message or sign that says, go, I don't know, look up something on the internet or something like that. Maybe you click that link. If there's this picture of a deer or something like that, and it's like, wait a minute, and you follow that link, and it leads you down a pathway, like a little breadcrumbs, right? So sometimes you have to take action in order to receive all the synchronicities to get your final message. So be open to that. It's not always about just sitting back and waiting for the signs to happen. Sometimes we actually have to take action. So now, to increase your awareness, where am I? Now I'm kind of stuck down here. To increase your awareness to signs and synchronicities that are all around you, make sure you're eating well, getting rest, exercising, and whatnot. I will say that I think you can receive the signs and synchronicities and messages even when you're not doing any of those things. I received it during a time of, grief. So I do think that you can still be open and aware of the signs and synchronicities even during harder times in your life, and that's actually when you're usually looking for them, right? But I will say from experience that the more you meditate and the more you take care of yourself, the more awake you are, and the more, the heightened your senses are, your intuition and all of that is just all much higher, your vibrations higher and all of that, and you definitely have more of an opportunity to notice the signs and synchronicities that are around you when you are in a good state. Like I said, I think you're still going to get them even when you're not functioning at your highest. But during meditation and stuff, I guess my point is, when I used to meditate all the time, and I haven't in quite some time, but I used to meditate several times a week, really high vibrational crystals. And I most definitely had more synchronicities happen in my life. I'm not saying that I had more, but I was aware of them. I mean, they were so vivid, and it was so clear to me that they were messages and signs for me. So take care of yourself, eat well, exercise and whatnot. Get to the beach, get outside, spend time with animals and children, play more. all that good stuff is only going to put you in a higher vibrational state, but it just fills your heart, fills you with so much love and joy, and you're just more open to receiving and seeing and noticing and sensing all of the beautiful signs and synchronicities that are around you. So I hope that this video helped you. Again, I put the links below for you to check out some other signs and synchronicity videos. I have another video on how you can tell if it's actually a sign or is it just some kind of, coincidence or spiritual, something that's really not specific to you, because that does happen too. Life does not revolve around us. The universe does not revolve around us, and so there are things that happen. You might see a certain license plate or something. It doesn't always mean it's for you. So this video, with the link below, might help you with that discernment to tell whether it's for you or if it's just something random, some random shiz. You can also work with crystals. Clear quartz, for example, amplifies energy, so that can help you to notice the signs and synchronicities because it's amplifying that energy. You can use calcites, optical calcite for clarity, or you can use something like one of my favorites, angelite. Put a angelite behind each ear to heighten your ear chakras. I just put a post about that on Facebook the other day. Or celestite, labradorite. Those are just a few. Or you could try pulling an oracle card or a tarot to see if you're getting any kind of messages that way. Or another thing that I like to try is I'll just pick a book and I'll just ask Spirit to guide me to a page to see if there's some kind of message on that page. And you just open a random page to read to see if there's anything on that page that has a message for you. That's another one. And those are just some things to try, to get messages. It also helps to, give opportunity for messages to come forth. You're inviting those messages to come forth. Another tip is to pay attention to your physical body and your emotional body. So on a physical level, do you feel anything happening? Do you feel tingling? Do you feel like you have like an itchy scalp, or like buzzing on your scalp, or tightness on your scalp? That could be your crown chakra. Do you have like the hair on the back of your neck or on the hair on your arms stand up? That sort of thing. Shiver, heat. Sometimes my earlobes will get really, really hot. So these are signs to let you know this is something that you need to be paying attention to. It could be a warning, or it could be a precursor to a sign coming, or it could be the sign itself. So these are usually things that I look for along with the signs and synchronicities. And how do you feel? Like, do you all of a sudden cry or laugh? That sort of thing. What are your emotions at the time that you feel that this sign or synchronicity is going on? So pay close attention to your physical and emotional body, because these are also going to guide you and help you determine if this is a sign or synchronicity for you, and what it means to you. Pay attention to TV shows or ads, music or radio stations, conversations, social media posts, license plates, road and street signs, billboards, truck ads, repeating numbers, animals and animal behavior, clouds and cloud formations, your physical body, your emotions, dreams and visions, ear ringing and other sounds, opportunities, patterns, and so much more. that's it. I hope you enjoyed my morning walk. Now I'm going to pick up the pace, burn some calories, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, have a blessed day. Love you.